fact, it's very unfortunate that some very learned people are talking about the fact that the policy of the Government of India, external affairs policy of the Government of India, in remaining silent to what has been happening against a particular nation, namely Iran, and the destruction of that nation, is a wise policy, because our national interest lies in that, and that the liberals of this country are actually to be condemned, because they should realize that India has no leverage, and in the absence of leverage, why should we be criticizing the United States of America and Israel for having exterminated, killed the leaders of Iran, not just one person, not just Ali Khamenei, but also members of the IRGC and military personnel, and recently Larijani. And we are quiet about it, and some people think that that's a wise policy. Quite frankly, even though we are perceived as liberals in this country, and I'm glad that we are liberals in this country, because the whole constitution is a liberal constitution. And if we have to embrace the values of a constitution which is liberal, then hopefully our policies will also protect the rights of those which are being trampled upon by another nation. And this is a very serious issue. For us to keep quiet when Ali Khamenei was killed and targeted to be killed is something that suggests that actually we are not silent. Actually, the message to the rest of the world, when even countries like South Africa, Israel, Brazil, and many other nations have spoken, and even the Europeans today have said that you will not be using our airspace for the purposes of attacking Iran. So even the Europeans, who are aligned with the Americans for hundreds of years, they are willing to take a stand. Even a country like Sri Lanka is willing to take a stand, that they will not allow our bases to be used. And while people are being killed and being targeted, India is silent. May I just request, or may I just state this, that this silence is actually very eloquent. This silence tells us that we are on the side of those who have attacked Iran. That certainly is not according to right-thinking people, and we think that we have a point of view, is not fair in international law. And then some examples have been given about the Soviet Union's invasion of Hungary, Soviet Union's invasion of Czechoslovakia, the Soviet Union's invasion of Afghanistan. Now, quite frankly, as far as Hungary and Czechoslovakia were concerned, they were parts of the USSR. So this was somewhat of an internal affair. But we're talking about two nations at war. That has no application to Russia's, to USSR's invasion of Hungary and Czechoslovakia. But even there, let me tell you that we did respond. We expressed regret. Let me see what we said. We said, expressed regret and concern over the use of force when it came to Hungary. And we also expressed regret in the case of Czechoslovakia. And in the case of Afghanistan, there is a statement by the Government of India, by the External Affairs Ministry, in 1979, I think, and I'll try and sort of get hold of that statement. We said, and I quote, on December 28, 1979, quote, India has always opposed outside interference in internal affairs. It is our earnest hope that no country or external power would take steps which might aggravate the situation. That's what, close quote. So on Afghanistan, we made that statement, and I'm quoting that statement of the External Affairs Ministry. तो आप व्यापार को प्राथमिकता देना चाहते हो और हम एनर्जी को प्राथमिक देना चाहते हैं, क्योंकि बिना एनर्जी के व्यापार हो ही नहीं सकता. The whole argument that is sought to be made is that we are reliant upon the United States of America for our trade, because we have maximum trade with the United States of America, which is right. But fact of the matter is, no trade can flourish, no manufacturing can take place in the country without energy. And where does our energy come from? Our energy comes from the Middle East through the Straits of Hormuz. 50% of crude oil we get through the Straits of Hormuz, and 80 to 90% of our LPG requirement, liquid petroleum gas, comes from the Hormuz Strait. So if we don't get LPG, if we don't get crude oil, and 88% is imported, India imports 88% of crude oil, 88% हम क्रूड ऑयल इंपोर्ट करते हैं, आयात करते हैं. तो अगर वही बंद हो जाएगा तो हमारी फैक्ट्रियां चलेंगी कहां से? तो आप बात करते हो अमेरिका के साथ ट्रेड की, आपको अमेरिका को खुल के बोलना चाहिए कि आप तो हिंदुस्तान का नुकसान कर रहे हो. You should tell the United States of America that by allowing this to happen through Israel, you are destroying the economy of India. And we are the people who are hurt the most, because these so-called apologists for this government are now saying that we should be silent. While our energy resources are depleted, we should be silent, because we have no leverage. What leverage will we be left with if our energy resources are depleted and we can't import crude oil, or that we have to pay a price of $120? What happens to our economy? $120 का दाम अगर हो जाएगा, 116 का है, तो हम क्या करेंगे? अब दो चार बातें आपके सामने मैं रखना चाहता हूं कि कितनी खतरनाक सिचुएशन है, और मैं आग्रह करूंगा प्रधानमंत्री जी से कि it is now time for him to speak. It's not time to be quiet anymore. Let me just tell you a few facts which are very, very important. पहली बात तो ये है कि जो हमला हुआ पीछे ही, जो हमला हुआ वो ईरान की गैस, जिसको हम कहते हैं साउथ पार्स, उस पे हमला हुआ मार्च 18 को. एंड साउथ पार गैस फील्ड दुनिया की सबसे ऑफशोर गैस फील्ड है, जिसमें मैक्सिमम रिजर्व्स हैं. दुनिया में मैक्सिमम रिजर्व्स. उस पे हमला कर दिया इजराइल ने. और अभी ट्रंप साहब ने कहा कि मुझे मालूम नहीं था, और फिर नेतन्याहू ने भी कहा कि हाँ इनको नहीं मालूम था. उसका नतीजा क्या हुआ कि वहाँ ईरान 100 मिलियन क्यूबिक मीटर, 100 मिलियन क्यूबिक मीटर्स गैस रोज पर पैदा करता था. 100 मिलियन क्यूबिक मीटर. और 80% डोमेस्टिक गैस की सप्लाई ईरान की वहां से आती है. 80%. और उसका नतीजा क्या हुआ कि ईरान ने रिटेलिएट किया कि आप हमारी गैस एस्टैब्लिशमेंट को खत्म करोगे तो हम आपके भी एस्टैब्लिशमेंट को खत्म करेंगे. तो क्या ईरान ने क्या किया? कतार के रास लफान, विच इज द वर्ल्ड्स लार्जेस्ट LNG टर्मिनल, लिक्विड पेट्रोलियम गैस टर्मिनल, उसमें हमला कर दिया. और 17% एक्सपोर्ट वहां से होती है. और जो नुकसान है कतर को, वो $20 मिलियन पर ईयर है, और 5 साल लगेंगे इसको सही करने में. तो इसका मतलब $100 बिलियन का नुकसान कतर को होगा. सऊदी अरेबिया की रिफाइनरी सामरेफ एंड यांकूब पे ऊपर हमला कर दिया ईरान ने. और UAE की अल हुसैन गैस फील्ड पे हमला कर दिया. और कुवैत की ऑयल रिफाइनरीज और गैस यूनिट्स पे हमला कर दिया. तो इसका नतीजा क्या है? इसका तो साफ नतीजा है कि हम कहीं के नहीं रहेंगे. हमें क्रूड नहीं मिलेगा, हमें गैस नहीं मिलेगी, हमने फैक्ट्रियां नहीं चलेंगी, हमारा व्यापार बंद हो जाएगा. और आप व्यापार की फिक्र कर रहे हो, आपको एनर्जी सप्लाई की फिक्र करनी चाहिए. ये कौन सी नीति की बात कर रहे हो आप? तो मैं आग्रह करूंगा आज के दिन उन बुद्धिजीवी लोगों को कि अपना नुकसान मत कराओ. ये चुप रहने का वक्त नहीं है. और अगर आप चुप रहोगे तो आप हिंदुस्तान की जनता के साथ अन्याय कर रहे हो. I request this government and the Prime Minister of India, this is not the time to keep quiet. The retaliation of Iran to the petroleum and gas resources in the Gulf countries will ultimately destroy our economy, because we depend on LPG, we depend on gas from there, we depend on crude oil from there through the Straits.